Good morning, tech guys. Hey, just another, well, I guess it could be evening when you watch this. I don't know what it is, but just going through a little bit of the startup process here and some of the glitches in the current Propresenter 17.1 version that I've experienced, especially once you start it up. Typically, once you get it running, then it's been stable, it hasn't been lagging, so it's been working good. But there are some glitches. They know about it. Propresenter knows about it, so I expect them to hopefully be fixed. But anyway, just a reminder, especially if I'm not here, when you're starting up, sometimes you have to actually hit the grace point and light key in order to get everything going. This powers the DMX switches up front, so they need to be turned on. Remember to turn them off at the end. But yeah, just reminder that you have to sometimes hit that grace point one. Propresenter 17, when it fires up, for some reason it defaults to the new library, which is actually nothing. You see nothing, you panic and like, what's going on? You have to go down here and pick the playlist. So it's playlist, open up that 2024, and we have a funeral, wedding, all that kind of stuff. The very bottom one is this Sunday. That is what we typically use, and I run usually a backup. But this Sunday, and then you have to like select something in order for it to then show up, and all will look well again. So the other glitch that we've been noticing is it doesn't like seeing some of the inputs. So we'll see here. Okay, it actually is seeing it this time. The front screen, here you can see it's having problems with the input of the computer. From the worship team, Tim's computer sometimes. So it's having problems kind of remembering some of that, and some of that's because of Mac updates, and some of it's Propresenter. So just kind of going through if we'll do for the worship team. Sometimes just restarting and starting again does work, or unplugging, plugging in. But anyway, another way to do that is through Propresenter settings. It's an input, so it's something that's coming into us. So you can see Tim's computer. It's like, okay, we're getting a signal there, so it's reading that. If it's not reading that, if you see it down here, that means Tim's got everything right. It's okay. You're getting a signal to you. It's just not getting in. I've already had to just toggle between like 3 and 1. And then it sees it for some reason, but that's been running fairly stable lately, but that's where that's at. So if you go to worship team computer, it shows you, this is what we're getting. For some reason, if you just go down here to USB video, which is what it is, and literally you can change it to almost anything else, and then it will kind of reset itself, and then you get your signal and you know you're good. So that's under inputs, under Propresenter. There is how you do that. The front screen, if it's not working, and you also know it's not working if it's not being sent to the live stream as well, because those are just split there, so you know it's not a problem with, if you're not seeing anything both places, it's probably not a problem with the screen, anything downstream. That is up here in screens, and then go to configure screens. This is where your front TV is, so you want to go to your center screen because that's the one. And under output, it'll say disconnected here because it's trying to find like another word or another input there. Just hit the arrow, and then there'll be the ones that the computer sees. You can hit identify, and what it does is puts a little box around it. So if I identify the other one, it'll do the other screen. So it's kind of identifying which ones are which. Then you just click on that, and that will then kind of link that together, and you should be good to go. So that is how the front screens can work. Can be sometimes unplugging it in the back where it goes into the computer itself is also resets it, but that's one way that has been stable for me. So that's kind of the input issues. I'm hoping the bugs will get fixed, and it'll get more stable with that. But once they're pointed in the right direction, you get everything running, it's been stable. I haven't been losing those connections. But just kind of wanted to go through a little bit of what I do usually on a Sunday morning before you get here, and some of the troubleshooting that I do, just in case it helps when I'm not here. Thanks a lot, guys. If you have any questions, let me know.